Yo, what's up, guys? We got some PrizePicks promos. This is the first one I hit, so let's just check it out. PrizePicks is running a midnight promo on MLB strikeout props. Easy money. I mean, we got to be on all these, right? Chris Bassett from 3 to 4.5 strikeouts. I mean, if you're one of those people who can't deal with a little risk, I mean, you can always hedge this on another sports book. Well, where is this? I'm not sure. Underdog Fantasy doesn't even have lines up yet. But I'm going to keep this live stream short. All we're going to do is look for some PrizePicks plays. We hit some good ones earlier, but we're going to hit some more. We got to go through all these promos. Again, the easiest money you're going to make sports betting is from these no-brainer promos. So grab a drink and let's find some bets. So what we can do is we can just start out. Obviously, we're going to take all of these bets on promos. PrizePicks is reducing Valdez's line from 5 to 3.5. That's a play we want to be on, right? And you can't include all of these plays, in the exact same slip. But there's some really good bets we can go with. So I'll give you an example. This play I included in a previous slip. It's for the Canadian Football League. If you don't know the Canadian Football League, now you do. So if you look at this player, Reggie Begelton, right? This is data-oriented sports betting. So if we check out the Canadian Football League, let's just see, where's this guy's line on other sports books. So if you check out FanDuel, right? PrizePicks has his line at 43.5 receiving yards. If you check out FanDuel, they have his line at 54.5. Right? So we found this discrepancy in the market. Again, this is possible because all books set lines independently, right? The market is very fragmented. All these books want to be unique. They all set their own lines. So what you could do is you could take the under on FanDuel. They have his line at 54.5. PrizePicks is a lot lower at 43.5. Take the over. It's kind of like buying a stock for $54. Selling a stock for $54.50 and then buying it back at $43.50 on PrizePicks, right? You lock in a nice little profit because of the discrepancy in prices. It's the same thing here. Take the over on PrizePicks, take the under on FanDuel. Maybe you don't use FanDuel, but you're going to see DraftKings has the line at 51.5. You can see that right here, right? Let me zoom in a bit right here. You can see DraftKings has the line at 51.5, FanDuel at 54.5, PrizePicks at 43.5. I mean, nothing complicated going on here. We're just following the data. Again, FanDuel, DraftKings, these are $10 billion companies. You're not going to create a better model than FanDuel, which has invested millions of dollars in their ability to set lines, price lines, stuff like that. So let's keep on going. So my next play is Lakai. I mean, I'm reusing some of these plays from the last slip. If you don't want to reuse plays, then don't reuse plays. You don't got to follow my judgment. But you can see here, Lakai's line is 5.5 on every other sports book. This isn't rocket science. This is just using data to your advantage to actually beat the sports books, get an edge, and win long term. So this could be the third pick we're going with. And again, you can see all my picks right here. We're kind of reusing some of these picks from the previous promo. But honestly, I don't really care. I really don't care that much. It's 1 a.m., 10 p.m. Pacific time. But honestly, whatever. So let's check out the next play. Honestly, I like this play a lot too. So if you look at Estimate, I'm all over this play already. But every other sportsbook has his line at 85.5. So many people, you're not considering, what he did last season. It doesn't matter. It's baked into the odds. It's already priced into the market. So many people, they love to be like, look at what this guy did the last 5 games. He went over half of a base. I should take his over. That's not smart, right? That's not smart. If PrizePicks is showing you a graph on their website, they are the enemy. If they make money, you lose money. If you make money, they lose money. If they're showing you a graph of historical data, that should be all the proof you need to show historical data is useless. Why is it useless? It's already baked into the market, right? Everything is baked into the market, any public information. So that's the second pick we can go with. I mean, there's some really good plays out there right now. So, I mean, we can keep going, right? So my next play, we could take Glosman. And again, like, you know, we could use the same picks in every slip. Glosman over 18.5 total games. This play seems solid, right? So if we go over to tennis, we can just take a look at the data. I kind of like to show the data. Where are all the sports books at? Because again, this is how you make money. If you talk to any professional sports bettor, any sharp sports bettor, like actually sharp, not these bullshit Twitter handicappers, this is all they're going to talk about, finding inefficiencies in the market. So for this tennis match, PrizePicks has the line at 18.5 games. DraftKings, $10 billion company, their model is projecting the line should be at 19.5. Same with this sports book, right? This is DraftKings Tennessee. Long story short, DraftKings has slightly different odds in Tennessee. So long story short, like, you know, without going into too much detail, all the other books have the line a lot higher at 19.5. Seems pretty clear that over 18.5 is a good play, a play with an edge. So we can keep on going. What else do we like? What do we want to go with? I mean, how about this play on PrizePicks? This is a new one, right? This play I didn't go with in the previous slip, but if we look at CSGO, again, I don't really give a shit what I'm betting on. If there's money to make, I'll bet on it, right? So if you look at this player, JKM, all the other sports books, this is Underdog Fantasy. They have this guy's line set at 42.5. PrizePicks has the line at 40.5. Seems like there's some value on the over. So pretty simple strategy. It's only a $25 max bet size for this promo. They got this stupid little new rebrand. They think they're all clever switching to purple. But regardless, here's my play. If you want to tail it, right? I'm not saying this is a lock. Wait. 6 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I got a 6-pick slip. 6-pick slip. And you could keep going through. Like, let's create a new slip. Why not? I mean, right? Why not? So what we can do is we can go to the final promo they have. So let's go to the MLB. And again, like, you could just take all of the same picks in a new 6-pick entry. But what we can do is we can go to Strider, over 7. Again, this is a no-brainer play. It's a discount. If you can't make money betting on these sportsbook promos, you're probably not going to make money, period. But if you look at Caleb Williams, PrizePicks has his line at 300.5 passing yards, 301.5 passing yards. Okay, you know, again, you can bet with your gut and lose money like everyone else, or you can follow the fucking data, right? So PrizePicks has this guy's line at 300.5 passing yards. FanDuel is a data point. Another billion-dollar company moving around lines due to where bets are coming in. They have the line 10 yards higher at 311.5. Okay, cool. That's one data point. North Star Bets, another sports book. Their model is setting the line at 312.5. 10 bet, 313.5. Anyways, let's keep going through. I didn't mean to delete that. Unibet has the line at 312.5. Underdog Fantasy, 313. Again, if you're a baby and you're like, oh, I don't like risk, you could take the under 313 and hedge on PrizePicks because you're taking the 301.5. If Caleb Williams throws between 302 and 313 passing yards due to this massive discrepancy, the sports betting market is so inefficient. That's why you can make a lot of money, right? Because all these books set lines independently. But you look at every single sports book, they have the line above 310. Bet 365, 313.5. I mean, long story short, it's pretty clear. You have 10 other sports books, billion-dollar companies, telling you the line should be at like 310 to 313. That's a big discrepancy. Clear value on the over. So we can take this as our next play. And then we can keep going through. I mean, how do we feel about this play? I mean, honestly, it's beautiful. I love beautiful plays. So if we take a look at this play, and again, if you don't want to tail, fine. I'm just showing you how I bet. The data never lies long term. That's kind of, hopefully what you take out of this live stream. So if we go to receiving yards, right? We're taking ALEXM over 42.5. So it's like, okay, where do the other books have line set? What a surprise. They have the line at, objectively, every other sports book has this line higher. 47.5 on DraftKings. Don't overcomplicate sports betting. Every other book, FanDuel has the line at 49.5. It's like, no shit, we should take the over. This isn't rocket science. So we can keep looking through. And again, I follow a very data-driven approach. You can see my results on PrizePicks, other platforms. I'm on Pickett, all those other platforms. But I mean, shit. Oh my God, I'm not sharing my fucking screen. I literally hate my life. Anyways, this is the first play I went with on PrizePicks. Wow, it is late. So anyways, here's the first play I went with on PrizePicks. I gave this out on Twitter. Here's the second pick. I literally hate my life. So stupid. But anyways, what we can do is we can figure out a third pick to go with. But again, like this play, Jalen ALEXM over 42.5 on PrizePicks. All the other books, right, following the data, have his line at 47.5, 49.5, 46.5 on Underdog. Pretty clear value, right? So here were the first picks I went with. So stupid. Anyways, so stupid. So we can take a look at esports, right? We had Lakai over 5. You can include this in however many slips you want. If you want to diversify, take a few different picks. Lakai's line is 5.5. On Underdog Fantasy, what is it on ParlayPlay? It's at 5.5. Every other book is telling you, yo, PrizePicks' line is too low. Take the over, right? Nothing super complicated going on here. So all of these picks were the first picks I went with. So I went with the 6-pick flex play for the Valdez play. This play I gave out on Twitter if you want to tail it. 5-pick entry. In terms of PrizePicks, you want to go with 5 or 6-pick flex plays. And you can see on Underdog Fantasy, they only give you a 5x payout. On PrizePicks, they only give you a 5x payout for these 3-pick entries. Underdog Fantasy, on the other hand, where I place a lot of bets, if we just take a look, right, let's get rid of some of this BS. They give you a 6x payout. So a lot of people, it's like, oh, why do you give out 3-pick entries, 6x payout on Underdog? They give you a better payout. You never want to place a 3-pick entry on PrizePicks. They only give you 5x, Underdog Fantasy 6x. So Caleb Williams over 301.5. I mean, this is another really legit play. Most sports books didn't start to release college football player prop lines until today. Betting on kids, but whatever. If there's value there, if there's money to be made, we'll be betting on it. So you can see here, PrizePicks has the line at 301.5. Every other sports book, 310 or higher, 310.5 or higher. Bet365, FanDuel, DraftKings, I mean, literally everyone has the line at 310 or higher, 310.5 or higher. So here we have, 3 picks already in this final entry. It seems like the most random slip of all time, but hey, 3 picks with value, that's exactly what we want, right? So we can continue to go through, and again, there's a shit ton of good plays on PrizePicks right now. I didn't mean for this live stream to last this long, but hey, if there's good plays, maybe we got to place a lot of bets, right? Lakai is clear as day. All these other sports books have his line at 5.5. PrizePicks is at 5. Hit the over. Pretty simple. No rocket science. Same thing with Audric Estime, right? So I already have this play in a few slips, right? So you can see right here, I have Estime over 78.5 yards. I gave this out. Every single pick I give out, it's just public. You can bet it or not bet it. I don't really care. But you can see Estime right? Like PrizePicks had his line at 78.5. If we switch over to rushing yards, you can see, again, I'm betting it at a worse price. Now PrizePicks has already bumped his line up 4 yards to 82.5. Obviously, taking the over is a worse bet, but you can see a ton more sports books have released odds, lines, and they all have estimate at 90.5 on FanDuel, $10 billion company. You think your model is better than a $10 billion company? Give me a break, right? So obviously we're taking them over. Again, that's what's so great about sports betting. You have all these companies investing millions of dollars into their ability to set lines, and all you have to do is follow the data. So that's the first pick that we can go with. And what we can do is let's refresh real quickly, and we got to find a few more picks that we can go with on PrizePicks. So we have 3 picks. I need 2 more. Again, I like to play some. There's a Dak Prescott promo, but like I don't even know if you're able to bet 2 promos in the same slip. So what we can do is we can continue to look through, and let's try to find some play to round out the slip. And then honestly, like I'm awake. Maybe we just start hitting some other bets like crazy. Why not? Steicho over 34. Other sports books have his line at 35.5. Again, like I'm not saying it's a lock. I'm just saying it's a play with an edge, right? So let's hit that play. And then you can see Roman, Viagra, under 32.5. Other sports books have his line at 31 or 30.5. I mean, again, it's nothing super complicated. This is how you beat the sports books long term. So I was a trader before I started betting on sports full time. And this is all you learn as a trader on Wall Street is just follow the goddamn data and the market information. So here is my 5-pick entry on PrizePicks. That'll be the final slip. And we could go to Underdog Fantasy. I mean, again, if you're like looking to get real degenerate, you could take a lot of these picks and do another play, right? You don't have to, you could make a play without the promo on PrizePicks, but who really cares? I'm going to skip that over. So you can see there's a lot of discrepancies right now. There's honestly a ton of discrepancies right now on a bunch of different sports books. So again, I'm talking about PrizePicks in this video, live stream, because they're running a promo, right? But, there can be good bets on any platform. There can be promos on any platform as well, which is why I always recommend, get as many sports books as possible. I mean, you can see like we've had a ton of bets on Underdog Fantasy, for today already. And we're looking pretty good, right? 2 for 3 here, 1 for 3 here, 1 for 3 here. You never know where the value is going to be. This bet on Fliff, I mean, let me just show you this. This is so insane. This sportsbook is dumb as fuck, right? So if you take a look right here at the Cardinals, I don't want the Cardinals Vikings. Let's look at, I want football, Cardinals Commanders. So just think about this, right? This makes absolutely no sense. So if you look here, the Commanders -6 is -110 odds, right? You can see that right here, right? If you're betting them -6.5, which is a worse bet, you're getting worse odds. The -6.5 is -115. Makes no sense. Just think about it. It makes no sense, right? The -6 is -110. The -6.5 is -115. Doesn't make any sense. So clearly their model is screwing up, right? They're screwing up something, and that means opportunity for us as a sports bettor, right? They have an error. They have this line at -110. The other books have this at like -150-ish, -145-ish, whatever you want to call it. They have this -110. That's a no-brainer. And you can see there's some, I mean, we might as well hit some bets while we're at it. Fuck it. So if we look here at the Padres game, right, this is another great play. Over 5.5 first half total runs. Fliff is giving us +195. Other data points, other sports books are pricing this around, +155, +165. Again, like nobody's going to win every bet, but when you're finding value and edge, you're going to win long term, right? Very simple. And again, the reason this is possible is the sports betting market is extremely fragmented. Stock market, you go to Robinhood, Fidelity, whatever. This is the price of Facebook, $286.75. It's only in sports betting. You have hundreds of sports books that have legalized in the United States where they have these massive discrepancies in lines, and they fuck up lines consistently. So we can go here to over 5.5, hit it at plus 195. Get rid of this bullshit. Unfortunately, Fliff has a max bet size of, as you see, they're probably not going to let me, they shouldn't let me bet this. So you're going to see, they're like, oh, your max bet size is $250. I already hit this play on the Commanders. And again, if you don't want to tail, don't tail. So many people, like, I have a very long-term focus. I'm not saying this play is a lock. A lot of people, it's like any single bet loses, they get all pissed. It's like, I'm not saying this is a lock. It's just a play with an edge. So I'm putting my own money on it. So we can go here to flip. What other bets are available? I already bet this. I already bet this. Did I already bet the Commanders -7? I mean, you can see there's a bunch of different bets available. There's a bunch of different plays on Underdog Fantasy as well. If I go to like here, there's a bunch of line discrepancies out there. You can search through these books, find these bets manually. You don't have to pay for OddsJam. Like, regardless of, if you ever use OddsJam or not, like, I hope these videos, help you understand sports betting better and make more money off the books, right? So here's the plays I went with. Again, 1 on PrizePicks, 5-pick flat play. All of these picks are good. If you want to include them in another 5-pick entry without the promo, feel free to. Here's my 6-pick entry. Boom. And then here is my other 5-pick entry. Boom. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let's make some money.